It's the hour of life. It's the hour. 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 The hour of word study.
They misrepresent the issue of what one should do for the other.
What did you call it? The hierarchy?
The hierarchy of the power tussle in marriages between couples. It has been misconstrued as thinking one person is not doing their duty. Actually, it's an expression of a crack in a relationship. For example, a woman that refuses to cook for her husband because she believes she has a career, she's failing as a duty. She's failing in her duty as a wife, not because she's not cooking, because she's not expressing the love, or she's not allowing the love that she's supposed to have for her husband express itself. When you present a well-prepared, decent meal that was prepared for your man, your husband, you are not expressing the love. It is the love that you have for him that is expressed that way. That is why when you present a meal to someone that you care for, the person will say, oh, I took so much to make this. The person sees the love that is being expressed in the way the meal is presented. It's not because the person is trying to convince you that they love you. So a woman that cannot find the time to cook a decent meal for her husband, she doesn't love him. Because when you love somebody in a relationship, it's different from when you love somebody in a marriage. That's what many people don't understand. The way you express your love in a relationship has no duty attached to the expression. But the way you express your love in marriage has a lot of responsibility.
Say that again.
The way you express your love in a relationship, there is no duty
Attached
to it.
Wait, let me just understand. There's no duty attached
No,
to
it is just
your
pure feelings and emotions.
Love for your
partner in a relationship.
Or your partner in a relationship.
Yeah.
But there is duty
attached to the love that you have for somebody in marriage. Because the man expects his wife to be home when he gets home, if she's supposed to be home.
Okay.
But when she said, well, can I not go out as an adult? There is a problem. Because she's overriding what the man's love for his wife or what her love for her husband is supposed to be expressed as. In other words, you are not committed to anything in a relationship. And the problem is that people are extending the expectations you have for one another in a relationship into marriage. The difference is that in marriage, there are duties that are attached to the way you express yourself. If a woman is in trouble in marriage, there are certain things her husband must do. That's why people ask, where is your husband? Like Jesus asked that woman in the way, where is your husband? Go and call your husband. Because there are certain things that will happen to a woman. The family will come into the house and say, why are you allowing your wife to go through this?
Because there are duties.
Because there are duties attached to it.
To that love.
And when those duties are not being done appropriately, one can say that that relationship is abusive. In other words, if a woman is not cooking for her husband, irrespective of what her career is, I am not saying that the woman must cook for her husband all the time, but when he expects and she's able to, she cannot be home and say that I have a lot of work to do on the computer and I have a presentation tomorrow morning, so go make noodles for yourself. That is abuse. Because the first duty she has before that duty of her career is to her husband and to God. She is supposed to find the time, if it's 30 minutes, to whip up something for him as an expression, or to allow the love that she has for him express itself through what she's doing.
Though it's inconvenient, but you do it because there is a
remember, love is action
attached to it.
Love is action, and the only love that God recognizes is the one in marriage.
Yes.
That calls for certain duties to be done in accordance with what both parties expect. If I don't come home in the night as your husband, there is something wrong. because I am supposed to be home with you because I'm married to you. It is the love that I have for you that is expressed through by me being available. Not because you cannot sleep alone or you cannot be home by yourself. So when the things that are expected are not done, it's a reflection or expression of the crack in the relationship.
Wow.
If I go back to the original issue, that a woman that says that I am too busy because of the workload I have to cook for my husband, no matter what that work is, she has failed in her duty or in she allowing the love that is in the marriage to be expressed. Remember, there are two angles. Expressing love is different from love to be expressed. What most people are dealing with, the love is there, but they are not allowing it
to be expressed.
Because if I sacrifice, I say, okay, I'm going to take 30 minutes of my heavy work schedule and cook. I am allowing that love to be expressed because the love must be transmitted for it to have value. So the man will not say, oh, look at my busy wife. On top of everything, she still found that 30 minutes to whip up something. Even if it's not perfect, I love this woman. She's considering my interest. Because in marriage, there is duty. Not just a feeling of expression or how to express your emotions. It is the duty that is required that the love can be expressed through. Just to tell your wife, you love her, you love her, you love her, you love her. Or the woman say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Another way that love can be expressed is spending time together. If the man is saying, I can't see my wife, or the woman is saying, you are too busy working all the time, like those men can use, oh, I have a meeting by 7 o'clock, I cannot eat breakfast. There is no meeting that will not expect you to eat breakfast. Then the meeting is not of God. Or the meeting is something hidden in that meeting. There is no kind of work that will not expect you to eat breakfast in a home that you are married to a woman. So those people are running from the responsibility of allowing love to be expressed. Even if it's one bite of that sandwich you take in the morning and run away and go battle traffic, you have allowed that love to be expressed. Because you can pack the dish and say, oh, my husband did not eat enough, but at least he tasted my food by appreciating my effort to make sure. But when you keep leaving the house every morning, you don't eat breakfast, say, honey, I'm busy. You are running away from your responsibility. Not you expressing the love, but you allowing the love. Because the love is already there. That's why you guys got married. Allowing the love to be expressed. When the woman does not allow her husband to be intimate with her and keeps saying she has a headache or she's tired, she's refusing to allow the love that will be expressed physically to express itself. She's stifling or subjecting that love to, in fact, she's nullifying whatever is existing slowly. Because when that love cannot be expressed through the marriage, it will be expressed through somewhere else. The man will go out. Women, if you are listening, hear me out. Make yourselves available for your husband intimately. Because that energy that you are keeping inside him, he will find a way to unleash it. So no matter how tired you are, I'm not saying I have to have sex with you. I'm just saying make yourselves available as much as possible within the realm of reasonability or decency. That you people can express that love, or the love can be expressed through that physical encounter both of you will have. Remember, in a marriage, the love is expressed through the duties that are expected of both of you. Not just an emotional expression of him buying flowers for you, or taking you out to dinner, or you doing certain things for him. No, there are certain things that have been woven into the duties of what is expected in a couple or from a couple in a marriage relationship that you cannot compromise. So when those things are being compromised, it is not the compromising that is the problem. It is a reflection of the problem in the individuals that are in the marriage that are holding back the opportunity to allow the love inside to express itself.
You said something. You said when a man buys flowers for his wife.
Yeah.
You said most men buy flower for their wife to prove to them that they love them or something. I don't know how you said it. You said, boy, it shouldn't be like that.
No.
It should be how you feel.
No, it is the way you feel about her. The thing that has been abused mostly in this world is love. It is the way you feel about her that pushes you to buy the flowers. Not that you are buying a flower to make her feel a certain way. People misunderstand or misconstrue that intention. And say, when I buy her the flowers, she now knows. No, love doesn't need to be expressed. Love will express itself if you allow it. By allowing the love to act in you naturally.
Okay.
When you walk around and find a nice rose bouquet of flowers, the first thing that crosses your mind is the woman you love.
Wow.
How would she like to have this? Because the flowers and your intentions are genuine. You now want to get her those flowers. But don't say, oh, if I buy her this flower, she will now start to believe that I love her. That is not genuine. In other words, you don't take a woman shopping because you want to make her feel good. You take a woman shopping because you enjoy making her feel good.
Oh my God.
If you make her feel good, it is pretentious. You don't have to make her feel good. You should enjoy how she feels naturally. Then enjoy when she feels good. If you make her feel good and your intentions is just to keep sleeping with her, that's dangerous. Because you are not buying her emotions. You should enjoy how she feels and say, you know what, honestly and genuinely, how can I make this woman happy? Because her happiness is mine. Not because her happiness will make me have my way with her. So these are the things that comes from love and feelings that are genuine. And many women are at fault because they react selfishly to things that men do for them. Oh, he doesn't do anything for me. The question is, how does he feel about what he does for you? Does he buy those things for you and curse you when he's at home? That woman, when she thinks she can keep her body away from me. I will wait for her, I will be patient, I will get her. And then when she starts sleeping with you, she starts to treat you like trash. And you say, why? You don't love me anymore. No, you gave him the impression that you are for sale. And he bought you by those things he did. And when he now has you, he cannot pull the strings. That is why women that are of true virtue, we say, I can't accept this gift because they can sense that it's not from true intentions. I can't accept this, it is too much. Why are you doing all this for me? Yeah. The question is, because you can see through the man's eyes that he's greedy, his intentions are not noble. I don't want them. Take your gift and go. That's why some women say, I can't accept this from you because they are not sure of why you are doing them. And the women that are of the easy virtue that listen to counsel of the ungodly among themselves, they push each other to accept gifts and they put a price tag on themselves, and the men pay for those price tags and abuse them, and they keep falling into the same cycle of hate and hurt because men don't take them seriously because they have a price tag on their shoulder.
Because you now sell to the highest bidder.
You sell to the highest bidder, or you sell to any bidder.
Any available bidder.
Yeah. And now love now has a price. But you know the funny thing about love having a price? At the end of the day, nobody's happy because love cannot express itself. Genuinely. The man is sad. The woman is sad.
Yes.
When he eventually marries, he carries the same behavior into his home. Thinking that his wife can be bought. You don't have to work. I pay for everything. I give you money you need. You have a nice car. You live in a household. What do you want? Because all he sees in love is price. And the woman is sad. I can't leave this marriage because he bought everything for me. But you are dying. On top of everything, you are the saddest person on earth because you can see through your husband's eyes that there is no love in there. You wonder, where did all the love go? The love I thought I had with him before we got married. No, it was a price on your shoulder I was paying for. It wasn't love. Now you're wondering, now he bought you in his house as his property. Where is the love? He now goes outside to find another woman. You know the funny thing women don't understand? Men that are well-to-do financially, the women that they cheat with don't even take much money from them. That's the secret. You would think they are spending money. No. They don't even give any. You know what? They now realize that genuine love is out there. They don't have to pay for it.
And that's what they're supposed to have in their home.
And that's because the women gave them the wrong impression and they did not understand and nobody corrected them. If you notice, when the woman rejects the man's financial advances, the man now finds her very interesting.
Yeah, he becomes,
Because true love now comes out here. We might be finding something true here. She's rejecting all your advances, all your gifts, everything. This is something that I think might be true. The man is now, it's not about his ego. It's about the love in his heart. He's been longing for something real.
Looking for an avenue or channel.
Yes. He now says, wow, this is what I've been looking for. There might be something here. It is the internal conviction of love that each and every one of us. I'm going to close this with something.
No, wait, before you close, please, sir. Don't close yet. You said something, right? Like the other part. There was something you said about, in the context of marriage. You said, when a man demands those things from his wife, like, like, you don't cook my meals, you don't this, you don't that, you should cook my meals or whatever. You said it shows or reveals that there is a crack. Because I know you talked about the female part of it, but I didn't. You were saying something about the male part of it as well. Like, it's not only with women, it's also with men. Like, when a man comes, like your husband comes and he's demanding those things, you said it shows a crack, like it reveals a crack in the relationship, because he shouldn't demand for those things. You said it becomes, you said that becomes abusive because it shouldn't be like that. Do you remember? Can you
what I'm trying to say is that when a man notices that his wife is not cooking for him, the question a man should ask himself, because you see, when a woman is not meeting up with, let me put this in a different context so that you understand. Every home is unique. Every home is unique. I speak from the general context that men provide. But there are homes where the women provide. I want you to. And those homes where the women provide, it will be stupid for the man to come home and say, my wife don't cook for me. But I'm going to tell you a little correction in there. If the woman provides, and for example, there are women that provide. Yes, there are women that provide that work from home. Or there are women that provide bulk of the income and work from home. If a woman's ability, because when a couple starts a family, they should be able to have a conversation on how the family dynamic is going to play out. If the man is the provider and the woman still provides, but the man provides bulk of the money, it is expected that the woman will be spending more of the time at home than the man.
Managing the home.
Now, if the man goes out to work and comes back and the woman is home and he doesn't have his meals, there's a problem. Now, for those women that are quick to take house girls, when you are at home, I say this with a heart of honesty, there is no reason why a woman should have a house girl when she's at home. It is not an expression of affluence. It's an expression of a woman that has sourced her love for her husband to other women outside. When a woman is at home and she has a house girl with her in the house, it is not an expression of affluence, as most people would like to think it is. It is only a sign, a symptom, or an expression of the woman's willingness to outsource her responsibilities as a wife to either to the house girl or to the other women outside. The man may not complain because you know why? The man has already lost the marriage a long time ago. The man might come home, honey, give you a peck, I'll talk about business, but the man in his heart, you are not his wife. You are just the mother of his children or the woman that lives in the same home with you. Maybe once in a while he will climb on top of you like he's using the bathroom, just to make you feel like you are relevant, but in reality you are not his wife. Because no woman, I'm going to say this as blankly as I can say them. A man that truly loves a woman will not want another woman around him at that home, in his home. When the man allows it, because they are both unverbally, without any written contract, agreed that the marriage is over. Because the duties that love expresses itself through. Listen, let me put it. You say expressing love, like I said, is different from love. When love expresses itself through the way the wife presents the meal, say house girl cannot do that. No matter how delicious, the meals may be delicious. And there is a way the man appreciates the meal And then he hugs his wife at night because he is loved by the woman in his home. A house girl cannot do that. There is nothing as beautiful as eating the meal of the woman you are married to. And there is nothing as beautiful as the man you are married to providing for you, no matter how small it is.
Okay.
If these things are not happening, there is something wrong. People can, without saying a word, accept that some things are over and just be there. The man can tell you he's going for business to Abuja or to London for 2 weeks. You don't even know. He comes back, honey, how was business? Business was fine. You are just there in the house. Nothing is happening. When he needs to meet up with those duties, he goes out there to other women. It's a sad story. So I think the beginning is that women and men must understand one thing. Women should not subscribe to putting a price tag on men expressing how they feel about them by what he buys for you. Because love has no value in materiality. If the man doesn't have, be patient. If he has, be blessed. And men also, love cannot be expressed by how curvy the woman is.
How what?
Curvy or physically endowed the woman is. Oh, I want to sleep with her, so I'm going to do everything I can. As you are paying for what you want, you are also giving up your soul. Because you are diminished at the end of that transaction.
There's always a curvier woman down the road.
You are diminished. It means that you have signed up for dissatisfaction for the rest of your life until you come to the terms that I cannot pay for what God is going to give to me. Because a woman is a blessing to a man. You can't pay for it. Only God can give you the right woman.
Yes. The right one, yes.
So that's it, my dear.
You said something that, as a husband, because you're talking in the context of marriage. I know you did touch a little bit of relationship, but you also said while still on the context of marriage, you said that, as a man, because I just want to get, more of what you said before. You said something about a man should be able to sometimes enter the kitchen and make food and do certain things in the house, in the marriage, because it's supposed to be, a combined effort.
The deep thing, you see, there is an issue nobody can speak on. Unfortunately, what is the dynamics in a home? You see, what I mean by that is that the reason why women cook was because men are supposed to provide. That is how the whole thing was. Because back in the day, only men work. Women don't. Even in the United States, just a couple of decades ago, women started to vote because women didn't matter. Even in the days of Jesus, why those Mary couldn't say anything? Because women don't bear witnesses. Only men are asked questions. Women don't speak. So men are the ones that provide, that go out there. When they bring the spoils, the women make the meals. That is how we started.
Wow.
So men go out, women stay home and manage the affairs of the home, takes care of the children, and feed them and feed the family. Then the ones that are old enough to go out with the father, they go learn how to hunt or go farm, but they bring the spoils home.
They go learn the business.
They go learn whatever they trade, if it's fishing, they come home and bring the spoils. And the woman is the manager of the family. But if you look from then till now, many things have changed.
Yes.
There are women going out. So, like I said, it will be strange for a man to blame a woman not to cook for him when the woman is the one providing and is at home. You see what I'm saying?
Whatever a situation where both are working.
Now, this is where both are working. It still depends who is working more or who is available.
On the context of allowing love to express itself, not you expressing it.
Remember,
that's what I want.
Remember, love expresses itself through the duty. It doesn't mean that expression itself is love. What I'm trying to say is that it is love that must express itself, not that the duty must be carried out.
Mm-hmm.
In a context where the woman is not around, love can express itself from the man cooking for the woman. Because the man is the one that is home. That is why Kamala Harris said one time she was campaigning that when she does the campaign late in the night, she comes back home, her husband has already made dinner, waiting for her to come back before he even sleeps, sits down and watch her eat.
Yeah.
Because she's the one that is out there, and her job description keeps her out late at night, sometimes out of town. So when she's coming, the husband understands because love must express itself. See, the issue is that there is nobody that wears the label or who the cook is.
Yeah.
So when we go back to the original issue is that if the woman is at home, there is no reason why the man should not have food waiting for him. That is why I said a man that comes home and his wife is home and the house girl is the one that makes the meal, there is a problem. We look at it as affluence, but it's a sign of a brokenness in the marriage already. That the duties that love should express themselves through, they have been compromised.
You said something.
So when the man is complaining, it is because he needs to eat. And the somebody that's supposed to perform those duties, if love was to be allowed to express itself, he shouldn't have to ask for a meal. That means somebody doesn't love him. That's what he's saying. If he comes home and there's no food, he's pretty much saying, where is the love that I'm supposed to have in this house? Because I'm a married man, that I'm married. If the woman comes home and says, only I'm tired, I will just sleep and have a headache. No. There is something wrong. There is always an excuse for irresponsibility.
On both sides.
On both sides, yes. You should be in that kitchen, making sure that there's a meal ready for him, then sit down with him and ask him, how was your day? So that he feels appreciated, he feels loved, he feels cared for. He feels that at home, no matter how heavy or burdensome outside was, this is a place where love can understand and I can be at peace. Then he wants to sit down with his wife at home and have a conversation about the whole day. And then by the time he's done, he's actually unburdening himself. He can sleep, peacefully.
Rest his head for the next day to go out again and,
But when the woman sits down in the living room and calls the house girl to bring the meal,
because there's nobody that can serve your husband's meal.
No, listen.
The way you would.
What I'm saying is that dynamic is an expression of a brokenness. Like I said, the woman has already people think the woman has already outsourced her duties, not the physical duties. That the love that her husband is supposed to express should be expressed.
I know what you mean.
Outwardly through another channel.
Right.
That is where cheating comes from. And the man don't care, because if you are not going to disturb me, I'm not going to disturb you. Every relationship is different. Every relationship is unique. But one thing is true. For the relationship that is genuine love, that is supposed to have genuine love, I call them marriage, because people that are dating, there are different expectations. We don't know what the terms of those dating are. But when you are married, there's only one term I know, for better, for worse, till death do us part, is an oath. I don't know the oath you took in a relationship that is just dating, but when it comes to marriage, based on what the expectations of marriage are, they are universal. In other words, I believe there is something that drove both those two people to say, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I think that thing is rooted in true love. I believe in love. And that love should be allowed to express itself in the duties that are expected in that relationship. The woman should try as much as possible to do what she can to make the man understand that she understands how he feels, by providing certain things that will signify that love is being expressed.
And the man?
And the man must be the provider, not just of material things, provider of compassion and understanding and patience. To make the woman understand that he is a rock for her and a pillar where she can rest her head, not just physical head, rest their head of worry and fear. Because women are emotional beings. They need a pillar, a strong psychological pillar in a man to always give them the impression that I will always be there for you. No matter what, I will never leave you. You have a friend in me. That is what makes a woman to rest. So both parties should try as much as possible, whatever that is required in the context of that marriage, to allow love itself to be expressed, so that love can continue to shine in that life, in their home, is by compromising whatever selfish things they believe of each other. And say, you know what, I'm going to let this one go. Let me be the one to extend that olive branch of peace. I will do it. If it makes you happy, doesn't mean you are a weak person. Making the other person happy is making your marriage better.
Willing to make the sacrifice required to make that home
better. So sometimes, don't say, am I always going to be the one to be the footman? You see, that thing you call a footman, the day two become one, you as a person does not exist anymore. It is a marriage that is existing. It is a marriage you must do for. Sometimes one person may have to do more for the other, but it's okay. Because the marriage will thrive, and then you will thrive when the marriage thrives. Remember, there will be stormy times, but stand on that thing you believe, that I have a marriage to maintain and to sustain. I will do what is required of me. I am willing to listen and hear what the other person is saying without prejudice. That love may overcome all ills and our differences.
Thank you so much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
It's the hour. It's the hour of life. It's the hour. It's the hour. It's the hour. It's the hour. It's the hour.
The hour of word study.